Call to order the special city council meeting of the city of Bel Air Beach, Florida on Monday, March 18th, 2019 at 5 p.m. We all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Annie, will you please call the roll?
Councilmember Marv Beam.
Here.
Councilmember Todd Harper.
Here.
Councilmember John Petrowski.
Here.
Councilmember Wanda Schwer.
Here.
Councilmember Jody Shirley.
Here.
Vice Mayor Glenn Gunn.
Here.
Mayor Leslie Ford Notero.
Here.
City Manager Lynn Reeves.
Here.
Finance Officer Melanie Cruzona. City Attorney Paul Marino.
Here.
Thank you. The first item on the agenda is the swearing in of new public officials. Patty?
Ms. Walker, you come forward. Raise your right hand. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support, honor, protect, and defend
that I will support, honor, protect, and defend
the Constitution and government of the United States
the Constitution and government of the United States
and of the state of Florida,
and of the state of Florida,
that I am duly qualified to hold office
that I'm duly qualified to hold office
under the Constitution of the state
under the Constitution of the state
and under the charter of the city of Bel Air Beach,
and under the charter of the city of Bel Air Beach,
and that I will well and faithfully perform
that I will well and faithfully perform
the duties of council member
the duties of council member
on which I am now about to enter.
on which I am now about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Thank you.
They want me to be official, so give me a moment. May I use your big paper?
Can I help you?
Your form. You stand to your right.
I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support, honor, and protect
that I will support, honor, and protect
and defend the Constitution and the government
and defend the Constitution of the government
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of Florida,
and the state of
that I
Florida.
am duly qualified to hold office
I am duly qualified to hold office
under the Constitution of the state
the Constitution of the
and
state
of the charter of the city of Bel Air Beach,
and charter of the city of Bel Air Beach,
and that I will well and faithfully perform the duties
and I will faithfully perform the duties
of council member
council member
on which I am now about to enter.
on which I'm now about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear
that I will support, honor, and protect
that I will support, honor, and protect
and defend the Constitution and the government
and defend the Constitution of the government
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Florida,
and of the state of Florida,
that I am duly qualified to hold office
that I am duly qualified to hold the office
under the Constitution of the state
under the Constitution of the state
and of the charter of the city of Bel Air Beach,
and under the charter of the city of Bel Air Beach,
and that I will well and faithfully perform the duties
and that I will well and faithfully perform the duties
of council member
of council member,
on which I am now about to enter.
of which I am now about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you. I'm ready.
I do solemnly swear or affirm
I, Joseph Anthony Manso, do solemnly swear
that I will support, honor, and protect
that I will support, honor, and protect
and defend the Constitution
and defend the Constitution
and the government of the United States
and the government of the United
and
States
of the state of Florida,
and of the state of Florida,
that I am duly qualified to hold office
that I am duly qualified to hold office
under the Constitution of the state
under the Constitution of the state
and under the Charter of the City of Bel Air Beach,
and under the Charter of the City of Bel Air Beach,
and that I will truly and faithfully perform the duties
and that I will truly and faithfully perform the duties
of mayor,
of mayor,
on which I'm now about to enter.
of which I'm now about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming tonight to the installation of the new council members and mayor. We appreciate you being here at City Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 individuals who have given a considerable amount of time to this city, and we want to honor them now. They've served on council, and one has served as both on council and mayor, and it's time that the City of Bel Air Beach recognize that. So the first person I want to recognize is Mr. Michael Todd Harper. Todd? Please accept this as a gift from the citizens of Bel Air Beach for all of your service. Thank you, sir. Next person that we want to honor is Councilwoman Wanda Schwer. Wanda's been on council 3 times? 3 times. That's 9 years of service to the City of Bel Air Beach. And on behalf of the city, I want to thank you very much for all your dedicated service. Next, we have Mr. John Petrowski. Mr. Petrowski? How many years? 9, also 9 years, 3 terms on council, so it's a lot of time and a lot of dedication to the city. John, please accept this on behalf of
Thank you, everybody. And like I said, it was a pleasure and an honor to represent this city.
Last but not least, we have Leslie Ford Natero, 6 years on council, 3 years as our mayor, and I want to also thank her for all of her time and dedication to the City of Bel Air Beach.
Thank you all for coming, and as John said, it's been an honor to serve you. I love this little city. It's special, as are all the people here. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to begin with our very short council meeting, so if everyone will go back to the spots, and I have to get my book, and we're ready to go.
Thanks, sir.
Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, I want to thank everyone for coming here to the City Hall tonight for this council meeting. I hope that we will always be able to see you here in the future. This is your house, this is your city, and I welcome your involvement, and I know this council does also. So please don't be strangers here. Please come down, give us your opinions, serve on committees, and get involved. This city will be as great as the involvement of our citizens, so you are welcomed here. I also want to thank a very special person to me. When I started running, I was hoping that if I won, that the first judge that I ever had the pleasure of appearing professionally before in the state of Florida would do the honors of swearing me in. Last week, we found out that Judge Moore, Patrice Moore, who did the swearing in of some of the candidates tonight, was able to do that. It is a major honor for me, and not so much because she's the first judge I appeared in front of, but because I've seen Judge Moore in her courtroom, what she does for the troubled youth and for the citizens of this county. It is that inspiration that I'm going to take with me and try to live up to as I fulfill my duties as mayor. Judge Moore is an incredible jurist and an incredible person dedicated to this county. It was an honor to have you swear me in, and I'm sure that other candidates feel the same. And thank you from our city for coming out here and doing this ceremony for us. Thank you. First order of business. We have a new council, so we need to have a vote on a vice mayor. Madam Clerk, I believe as of the other day, we had one person who had put in. That person is?
Vice Mayor Glenn Gunn.
The existing Vice Mayor Glenn Gunn, who's seated to my left. At this point, is there anyone else who wishes to place their name before the council to be Vice Mayor? Seeing no other candidates, I do believe we have to have a vote, correct?
If there are no other candidates, you can do it by consensus.
Consensus?
Yes.
All in favor of Mr. Glenn Gunn continuing as our Vice Mayor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Glenn Gunn, congratulations. Gets to swear in again?
If you would just stand at your place. Oh, you'll come down. Thank you. Oh, you just want to wait. Very good. You've made arrangement to be sworn in, or?
Nope.
Is that okay with you?
It'd be an honor.
There we go. Patty, can I use your big letter since I don't have my glasses on? This one? Yes. Give me just one second. It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Judge, just right there.
Yes, Vice Mayor.
Okay, thank you. You're so awesome.
Take it nice and slow.
Yes, sir, I will. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support, honor, protect, and defend
that I will swear, honor, protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and the government
and the government
of the United
of the United
States
States
and of the state of Florida,
and of the state of Florida,
and that I am duly qualified
and that I am duly
to
qualified
hold office
to hold office
under the Constitution of the state
in the Constitution of the state
and under the charter of the city of Florida,
and under the charter of the city of Bel Air Beach,
and that I will well and faithfully perform
and that I will well and faithfully perform
the duties of vice mayor
the duties of vice mayor
on which I am now about to enter.
on which I am now about to enter.
So help me
So help me God.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Next item of business is consideration of Resolution 2019-2. City Attorney?
This is a resolution of the City Council of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida, authorizing signatures which are to appear on all checks and drafts, writings, and instruments of any financial institution to accept any certified copy of this resolution as evidence of legal authority over city accounts and establish an effective date.
Thank you. Will someone bring a motion? So moved. I think Mr. Gunn, you were first, Vice Mayor Gunn. Second. Second. Discussion on the council? No discussion on the council. Anyone from the citizens, any comment on this? Yes, sir. Please come right forward, state your name and address.
Mark Goldman.
Mr. Goldman, there's a button. There you go.
Yeah, 437 22nd Street, Bel Air Beach. First of all, I just want to say congratulations to everyone that's new to the board. And I also want to say thank you very much to all those folks that we've worked with over the years who have helped us to make the city newer, brighter, and help us to move along to increase the values within the city. Thank you all for being so easily working and getting things accomplished. Secondly, one of the things that I wanted to make sure that as the new city council was sworn in and understood that a lot of us in the audience that come to participate in need a little more understanding of maybe some of the resolutions that we pass quickly. So my suggestion would just be to have a brief little description of what we're doing. So in other words, for this one, empowering any of the empowered people to act as signatures for the city. And those types of things are important to us to understand when we take a vote, or when you all take a vote. And congratulations again, and good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Goldman. Just wanted to let you know also, Mr. Goldman, that that was on my mind, and I've already discussed it with our Madam Clerk and with City Manager Reeves, and what we're going to be doing in the future on the agenda. We're going to be putting a little bit more information in the front of the agenda, kind of like a 1 or 2 sentence summary of what each one of these is going to be. So instead of you having to read through the 150 pages that we as council members have to do, you're going to be able to read those 2 sentences, see if it's something that concerns you, and then you can move forward. You'll see that with the April meeting. Any other comments? There being no other comments, then are we ready to move to vote? Patty, I believe this has to go through, be a roll call, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Councilmember Aki,
Yes.
Councilmember Beam,
Aye.
Councilmember Gaddis,
Aye.
Councilmember Shirley,
Aye.
Councilmember Swope,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Gunn,
Aye.
Mayor Manzo.
Aye. Motion carries 7-0, so it has been enacted. Before we adjourn, or I ask for an adjournment, 2 things. Immediately after this, there is going to be a presentation put on by our city attorney and his counsel on Robert's Rules of Order and also some of the ethics that pertain to the individuals who just took office. It's a good refresher for anyone who's been on the committee before, on the council before. It's also something that may be very good for individuals who come and speak before us regularly. I do intend to follow Robert's Rules of Order, and I think this would be a real good introduction if you're not familiar with it. The other thing is that our first meeting is going to be a work session. They're much less formal than the regular council meetings. I couldn't announce it until today, but it's going to be Thursday at 6 p.m., correct, Madam Clerk?
5:30, Mayor.
5:30. Okay, so Thursday at 5:30. That's an informal session. It's right here. We have plenty of things that we're going to be discussing. Please come forward and hear us in action. We're not allowed to speak privately, and you're going to see that when you go to this meeting right afterward, that we have to do everything out in the open. That's called the Sunshine Law, and we're going to be doing that in that work session. So that's where we kind of get the nuts and bolts done, then we come here, and that's where we do resolutions. I also wanted to mention thank you again for everyone coming. All the council members will be available afterwards if anyone wishes to speak, take any pictures, do anything like that. The judge is here still, and I appreciate her staying. And then after we're finished, that's when this training session will begin. I'm told it should take about an hour. So with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
So
We have a tie here, so. And all in favor? Aye. No one opposed? No, the session is adjourned.